What is going on, everyone? It is Mike, AOD81, and this is going to be video number 17 of our Lords of the Fallen walkthrough. Um, we're picking up right where we left off in Skyrest when we progressed all the NPCs forward. In our last video, we went through the Fief, the second half of the Fief anyway, finished up all that. Summoned the Light Reaper to that arena. Got all our stigmas for Isaac's quest. And our next area is going to be Pilgrim's Perch. And so we can go ahead and proceed from here. The only thing I did in between the two videos is I switched this weapon. The Kinranger Rebel's Hammer actually does some more damage than the Mornstead Pike I was carrying, so I switched that over. I didn't switch any of my armor. It might look a little different, but that's just because I switched it with a tank. I switched the colors on it. But all the armor is the same, all my rings are the same. I did take a look at what I have, and this is kind of the best setup that I have going for right now. But yeah, so we'll go ahead and get started and go through the Pilgrim's Perch area. The first thing we want to do before actually going to Pilgrim's Perch is we're going to warp to Sanctuary. We also have 4 Pride of the Bucket Lords. So we're right across from the Vestige. Going to go up the ladder. And we're going to go visit our Bucket Lord guy and give him all the buckets. Roll through there, hold out our lamp, walk through, interact. Sometimes it does that. It gives you the triple dots and then just hit interact again. And then you can hand over the Pride of the Bucket Lords. So now he gives us his helm, which is not required for the all armor trophy. This is just a secret side quest that we're doing. But now that we've gotten that taken care of, we also wanted to come this way anyway. We're going to run across the beam like we originally progressed this area in the beginning of the game. Fall down these 2 platforms. You'll remember this is where we had a mini boss fight and got an umbral belly from there. I just had to blow those up for fun and a little bit of vigor. But we are gonna come over here, and the reason we're going this way is there's a little standalone room that the Pilgrim's Perch key opens, and there's a chest inside. So it's gonna be right up here. Our Pilgrim's Perch key opened that door. We went through this area earlier in the game, but obviously we didn't buy the key. We waited for Stoneman to give it to us. So now we can open that door and get this chest. That's going to have the Sacred Resonance Garb, his whole set. And now we could use a Vestige Moth or just run back to the Vestige. I'll just run on back. Save my moths for if I really need them. So we're gonna go back this way. Go up the ladder. go up this ladder. And we did already get all of this stuff, right? Yeah, we got the belly. And just to be sure, I'm sure we got it. I always get this item, but yeah, we got the item from right here. But we can just fall back down to our vestige. And now we're going to warp to the bell room. Now, once we warp to the bell room, this would be the direction to actually proceed forward into Pilgrim's Perch, the proper area, but we're going to take the elevator down first because there's another door that we didn't have access to earlier that we now have access to. And this is a little bit difficult of a fight. There's a lot of enemies out here, and there's an umbral parasite that protects them. I'll just get rid of that guy. We're gonna go down the ladder. This is where we freed Gerlinda earlier in the game, the blacksmith. I'm gonna take him out. Take the dog out. And this is the door that we needed the key for. So I'm going to open it up, but I'm going to back off a little bit. See, he's got a parasite. I'm going to see what parasites I can pop from here. It doesn't look like any of them, really. I'm going to try to pop that parasite. Okay, I got rid of it. Now I'm going to run back in here and let who follows follow. Looks like everybody's going to follow. And he's healing both of them. God, I gotta get rid of these archers. Okay, he got me, but that's alright. We'll go into Umbral and finish him off. And now you see why I recommended waiting for the Pilgrim's Perch key. On a first playthrough, the enemies in this area are a lot harder than where your character progression is actually at that point. So you're better off just waiting for it. This was an enemy drop, I believe. There's another parasite right there, but it just protects this guy for some reason. And then we're going to pick this up. That's the Warrior's Claw pendant. If I remember right, that's actually a pretty good pendant. Increased physical damage and physical defense. But I think it's going to take... Yeah, it takes my strength and endurance down quite a bit. So I'm going to stick with the pendant that I had. But we definitely wanted to come get that Warrior's Claw pendant because that's trophy related. It goes towards the rings and pendants trophies. So this is just an enemy drop. And we got the Crimson Rector helm, part of his armor set. And now we can go back up the elevator. And we'll take a rest at the vestige, and we'll properly enter Pilgrim's Perch. I might as well get the eyeballs. And so we'll open the proper Pilgrim's Perch door. Now when we go in here, these enemies are protected by a parasite. So we're gonna run this way and use our lamp to walk through, but drop it immediately because there's a fairy in here. You see, I just got hit, but I was already in Axiom. And the parasite's right here, so we're gonna pop it very fast and drop our lamp again. That fairy's really going after me, but I'm too quick with my lamp. And you'll see that is a mimic item. So we're gonna soul play it. Pick it up. And now that we've popped the parasite, we can walk back in here and actually kill the enemies. There's an archer and a holy bulwark. I'm gonna get rid of the archer first. Ooh! I don't believe there are any items down this way. No, just this guy. But yeah, nothing down here yet. So I'm gonna come back up here and I'm gonna approach it from the top and get rid of the archers. If we run around this corner, first I'm gonna cast a heal. If we run down here, there's an archer ahead of us. And then we can drop down. There's an archer right here. And an avowed. And there's also gonna be an avowed that jumps up from the bottom. Should be. No. Okay. That's only on my difficulty level. Now there's going to be an umbral parasite down there, and there's 3 of those spiky head enemies. And the parasite we can't pop from up here. It doesn't appear until we fall down there. So I'm going to see if I can take a couple of these guys out with magic, possibly. Pop a couple of stones. Okay, I didn't quite get rid of them, but I can fall and attack. And now the parasite's active, so I need to... That didn't work out so well. I need to get rid of this parasite. Now I can do damage. Ooh, that was the wrong. That's what I wanted. Okay. So I think that was a drop. And our item is over here. Devotion's Might. That's a grand hammer, a grand holy hammer. It's actually a pretty good weapon if you if you're not wanting to dual wield. But that Vigor Skull I picked up, I'm pretty positive that was a drop and not a dedicated item. But the Devotion's Might hammer definitely was a dedicated item. So I'm going to go up the ladder. And I'll go ahead and heal with some magic. And this floor kind of collapses, so I'll just roll across. Walk across the beams. And then over here we have an umbral exit that we can use. Now this way there's a little umbral area with some mages, and yeah, there's a few mages on the other side. We don't really need to concern ourselves with it. There's nothing over there. There is a mage over there. I need to pop a stone before I can take him out. And there's a Crimson Rector down there with a parasite. So I pop the parasite. If he gets a little closer, I can fall and attack on him. I might be able to jump and attack him. Nope, too far. I wasn't even trying to heal. I thought I had him. Thought I had him dead to rights. Okay, so we have a dedicated item right here. That's going to be the Brawn Ring. Definitely a trophy item. We're going to pop this door open. Now, maybe... I don't think there's an umbral exit this way. No. It would have taken us back over to that umbral exit if we hadn't already used it, but... we'll just proceed forward, I think. Now right out here there's a mage to the right, so you want to make sure you don't get knocked off by him. And then off in the distance there's an archer, so I'm going to take him out at distance. I probably should have popped that before, but now as we walk this way there's an item to our left. That's going to be the Hammer of Holy Agony. And as if we were not an umbral right here, we could use our lamp to walk across this, but we would need to go into umbral anyway. As we round this corner, you see the belly in the distance. We're going to round this corner. There'll be a mage right there trying to push us off. And up there is a gargoyle. We'll knock him off. Right there, we'll pop this belly. We'll go get our item, which is an umbral eye, and there's going to be another gargoyle. So, now we're going to enter into here. There's a ladder there, but first we're going to break through these boxes. And there's an item back here. 2 more Duralium shards. We'll go up the ladder. We got a dog and a pure blade or a holy bulwark. I think it's a holy bulwark. Pick up his drop. Yeah, I didn't think there was an item there. I saw the candle for a second and I was like, wait. Mystery item? No, candle. Okay, at this split up here, we just came from this cave. If we go to the left, we're going to have a little mini boss fight. It's going to be one of those bellhead enemies. And that's also our next further progression point. But first, we want to go to the right. We're going to drop a seed. We can go ahead and rest. And we are going to go out to the area where Isaac, the paladin, is. So we'll take care of him. Watch the barrel. Ooh, a little late with the dodge. Yeah, there'll be an archer right up here. I didn't think he was gonna push down that barrel while I was attacking him. Most times he doesn't. Most times he pushes it down once you start walking up the steps. But as we round this corner, there's gonna be a spiky head at the top and another barrel, so we'll let him kick down the barrel. It still damaged me. And there's also an archer up there that just shot me. Ooh, I'm taking a beating. Okay. So, we're going to round this corner. And I'm not going to hit that lamp since I'm in Umbral. There's a holy bulwark right around the corner right here. And there's some dogs. The dogs that have armor, if you lock onto them and kick them, then it'll give you a critical hit on them. That's only for the ones that have armor. But we can go ahead and exit Umbral. This is a dedicated item right here. That's the Bloody Glory sword. Yeah, now we're starting to really get some good weapons. So, I wonder if I should take a look at them real quick. Yeah, that's a nice sword, but it's a lot heavier than what I got. But what am I doing? I'm doing 700 damage, so yeah, it wouldn't be beneficial just to wield that by itself. Yeah, it looks like we've got some good stuff, but a lot of it's heavy, so I don't think we have anything that... Oh, this hammer might be better for us than our rebel hammer. The Hammer of Holy Agony. It does holy damage. It's got bleed attached to it. Yeah, even though I can't put the runes in it yet, I'm probably still gonna equip that right now and see how it works out for us. Okay, as we ran out and killed the dog and the archer, there's a dedicated item right here, a couple Duralium shards. We're going to take a left, run up this way. There's going to be a dedicated item right here. The Dark Crusaders Convalescence, that's a ring, and our vestige. Now, whether you need to or not, you're going to want to rest here because Tekir is going to spawn. We have an upgrade point. If I go strength, that sends 1 and 2. Agility would just fare for that weapon. The holy would put 4 into that hammer. I'm gonna go ahead and put it into radiance. And did I rest already? Yeah. Okay, so now he shows up. We're gonna go through his dialogue.
Life it's had sometime, and they.
And now when we look at his inventory, you'll see this hammer right here. This righteous pulverizer. That's a hammer that a lot of people miss, and you can only buy it from him, and it only shows up if you spawn and talk to him in the order that we did. So you have to talk to him at every location. So at that point where he warps back to Skyrest, if you don't go back to Skyrest and talk to him before you unlock the next progression point and talk to him, that won't show up. So
Hello again,
yeah,
friend.
you I think all of these, aside from this exiled Stalker Dagger, are pickups. You can pick them up from enemies, will drop them. But this hammer definitely isn't. You definitely have to buy the hammer from him and all the armor pieces. So,
May your path be blessed.
tech years progressed, so now we can continue down this way. Our archers respawned along with our dog. And if we go forward, these guys are protected by a parasite, but the lower guys don't make a difference. The parasite isn't strong enough to protect them. But we'll pop that parasite and fight the Holy Bulwark. Oh, this is actually a pure blade. Pick up his drop. Oh, maybe it was a Holy Bulwark. Anyway, over here by the skeleton, there's a dedicated drop. That's going to be a Vigor Skull. Up here on top of the hill, there's a dedicated drop. That's the Anvil Hammer. And then over here by the tomb, there's a dedicated drop. That's going to be some consumables. And then this is going to be our final stigma for Isaac. So we can get that stigma going. Now that that stigma is done, once we get our scourings, obviously, then the Isaac fight is open to us. So it also opens up this umbral area down here. We're gonna climb down, jump across the gap, and there's gonna be 2 fairies over here that come to life. Get out of there. Yeah, you can see the enemies in this. Oh, I just rolled off the edge. And the stigma wasn't done playing yet either. So we'll have to go back and get my vigor, and we'll have to do that stigma again. But you can see the enemies in this area definitely have a lot more health. So I'll go ahead and grab my vigor. I'm gonna get rid of this holy bulwark because I'm gonna pop the parasite. Ooh. Alrighty. That's alright. You know we needed to go into Umbral anyway. So we're gonna get this stigma going again since we didn't get credit for it. And actually, before we go down this time, we can go ahead and get this belly right here. That's going to be Diminishing Missile. That's an Umbral spell. Definitely trophy-related item. So, Stigma's playing out. Maybe this time when I go down... Where'd the ladder go? I'll buff my weapon before I run over there. But as you can see, that's going to be a Saintly Quintessence. Get away from the edge. Okay, 1 fairy down. Get rid of these mages and trash enemies real quick. Alright, we knocked her off the side. These are just the drops from the fairy. And we'll pop the belly and get our Saintly Quintessence. I believe we can upgrade our heal now, too. So we're gonna head back up. And actually, I think I'm gonna do that before the Isaac fight and what's coming up next. I'm gonna warp back to Skyrest real quick, put a couple runes into my weapon, and upgrade my Sanguinaries. So we will upgrade this.
Fellow sanctified vessel,
Now we have 7
may
heals.
Aureus' divine radiance flow through me and into you. Our holy work continues, Lambert.
And maybe it does stay 2 the whole game. I thought it changed to 3. But maybe I'm thinking that it's 2 upgrades until you get another heal. The first upgrade just gives you more hit point recovery.
Let Aureus' will
But
be done.
anyway, we'll put a couple of runes into the hammer. I might leave the runes in that just in case. Well, let me see. Gain mana upon killing an enemy. Let me unequip. No, that's not the same shape. Okay, I thought the rune I had in there might go in that hammer. And what do we have here? Increase physical while two-handing, reduce weapon weight, increase damage of ranged. I'm gonna go with increased posture damage. And we'll try that out. I don't know. We might end up switching back to that Rebel Staff. But now we can warp back to Memorial, which is the vestige that we just came from. And this should be familiar. Let's see how much mana I gain by killing an enemy. Not very much. But we've already gotten everything that way, so we don't need to deal with them again. There's an umbral parasite right there. So we're gonna pop it. Get rid of these guys. There's going to be a Crimson Rector ahead. I'll go ahead and buff my weapon. I dodged at the wrong time. That little stutter step he did got me. He got me! Now, up here where these guys are praying, there's a dedicated item. Just Smite Cure, nothing special. Now, when we run out here, there's going to be an archer up top. I'm going to run for her first. Couple dogs. Now, up here by the tree, this is a dedicated item. That's the Enhanced Radiant Burst Parchment. That's a throwable ammunition, so definitely a trophy item. There's a Mimic right there. So we are going to soul flay it. And there's a dedicated item right here. Now, Isaac is this way. If we hold out our lamp, we can see there's a bridge. If we hadn't gotten all of his stigmas, this would be blocked. Even in Umbral, there would just be a door, a big door there, blocking us from going forward. But before we go fight him, I'm going to head down this way. I'm going to take out that archer from a distance. There is a parasite down there protecting them. So I will pop the parasite. Then I can kill these guys. Go ahead and cast that again. And this is a dedicated item right here. As we go forward, you will see he has a parasite that we're gonna pop. Ooh! That wasn't the move I was expecting. Okay, got rid of him. If we come over here, there's a dedicated item. Just Holy Ward. Dedicated item right here. Enhanced Lump Hammer. That's a throwable, so that's a trophy item. Kill those guys. Right here is a dedicated item. Bleed Cure. And then there is an Umbral Belly right there. Before I go into Umbral, I'm going to cast Sanctify because there's a Reaper protecting it. So cast my Sanctify. Try to get some of my health back. Pop the belly. And it's the Umbral Eye of Loesch. So we got the items down here. We can go ahead and exit Umbral. And we're gonna go this way. Up the ladder. Turn this way. Be careful on this stairwell. Basically, when you're coming back in on our way back, you want to make sure you don't run to the left and fall off. But as we come out here, there's a dedicated item. We're going to go down the ladder. And before we can hurt these archers, there's a parasite down here in the middle. So we're going to pop that. Then we can start hurting the archers. I'm trying to save my heals for the Isaac fight. This was just an enemy drop. In here, there's going to be a Crimson Rector. I'm going to buff my weapon. And we're going to go up the stairs. Out here. Up the ladder. Out here, there's going to be a dedicated item, the Pure Blade Mace and Pure Blade Shield, and a ladder we can kick down. And I'm not going to take us down there, but basically, if you look down, that's where we fought Pieta, right in front of Skyrest. So, if we took this ladder down, we would end up in the stairwell where the chest is, and we can run down the spiral staircase to get inside of Skyrest. So that's just more interconnectivity in the game. If you do end up going for any of the special trophies, the ones that came with the update, they're not required for the platinum trophy, but there's some extra trophies that are dependent on after you beat the game. I almost ran off that. After you beat the game, you can put certain effects on your next game, and there's one that has total vestige decay. So there are only 2 vestiges in the game if you go for that trophy. And let me do this real quick. I'm gonna pop one of those and heal up. If you're going for that trophy, there's only 2 vestiges in the game, Skyrest and Shrine. So, yeah, you have to run everywhere, so knocking down all these shortcuts is critical to get around quickly. But now we are back up where we're gonna fight Isaac, but first there's an Umbral Belly right there. So we're gonna go into Umbral. We have to anyway to fight Isaac. Pop the belly. Get our item. And we can pull the bridge across. And I'm gonna wait for a couple of enemies to spawn. That way I get my withered health back before I go into the fight. Just gonna walk around, wait for a couple enemies to spawn. I think I just heard one somewhere. Okay. Now I got my withered health back and we can go in and fight Isaac. Now Isaac is almost like fighting an actual person, like in peer versus peer. Once we go in here, when we target his stigma, once we soul flay it, that's when the fight starts. You don't want to be too close to him because he kind of blows out a puff of smoke and it'll knock you back and take a little bit of health away. Before we start, I'm going to go ahead and bring my mana up some. I'll do another small stone and rebuff my weapon, and then we will get started. So there is Isaac. See, sometimes I parry more when I fight him. Like that. Whenever he does that cast, he's either casting that lightning. If he does that, you just want to run away. And then you can get a hit off on him. Ooh. Or he's healing, like he's doing there. He just got smited. Make sure he's not healing. I just got smited, I think. Ooh. Man, he's eating me up. Rebuff my weapon. Ugh. No! I almost got a critical hit on him. Yeah, there we go. Didn't do much. I was gonna say, don't tell me he's healing from up there. I am dangerously low on energy. Health. Oh, get me out of this corner. I knew as soon as I got stuck in that corner, I was done for. Alright, I think we have one more chance to try to fight him before we run out of time. So I am just basically gonna run past everything. Oh, that archer got me. Doesn't really matter because I got a pop umbral anyway. So when I get down here, I'm gonna grab my vigor. Ah, I accidentally used a heal somehow. How did I use a heal and get knocked into umbral? But anyway, I'm gonna hit him. I think. Well, I was trying to get some of my health back. Guess I'm gonna have to do it that way. And then just use a large mana stone. Buff my weapon. Use a small mana stone. And try to do it with 6 heals. Alright, Isaac.
In light we walk.
I ought to stop trying to parry. Oh, man. Oh, he got me with a critical hit. Okay. Might have time for one more stab at it. If I don't get him on this one, we'll have to pick it up in the next video. I'm just trying to get I lost my vigor. Oh boy. I was trying to get my withered health before I ran in there and ended up losing my vigor. Alright, we're gonna try this one more time. She had to hit me with that arrow right before my invulnerability ran out. Or right after. Okay. Come on, Isaac. Don't give me a hard time. He's gonna give me a hard time. Ah. Getting a little froggy there, mister. He is really not being nice. Come on. Jeez. Alright guys, I think I might need to actually get a couple levels and buff up my weapons a little bit. Seems like he's giving me a lot more problem than I expected. So far in the game, we've been able to pretty much run through everything, but like I said, this area seems like it might be a little bit overpowered for me. So we are gonna end it here. On our next video, we'll pick up right here, and then we'll go back down, and we will fight Isaac, and we will kill him until he dies from it. Kinda. But anyway, thanks for watching, and if this is helping you out, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one when we actually do kill Isaac. See you guys.